Good morning and welcome to Live in a Greenhouse on YouTube. If you're new here, this channel is about my journey to design, build, and then live in the first greenhouse enclosed tiny home in the United States. After a few weeks of waiting for flooring to be installed, both the tile in the bathroom and marmoleum in the rest of the house were in progress at the same time. Adding to those trades on site, the electricians, carpenters, and groundwork also popped in and out. Sorting this many trades on site so they're not stepping on each other distinguishes a master builder like Matt. That said, it also made it challenging for me to capture video and hold down my day job in the trailer next to all this activity. Last time I focused more on the marmoleum installation. Today's focus is on what was happening on the other side of the house, all around the inside of the greenhouse, and all around the outside of the greenhouse. So stay tuned as we find out how many monkeys can fit in this barrel. The electricians are back. This time, Dave is on the roof attaching conduit that will run power to the motors that open and close the ridge vents, while Lincoln is on the ground installing the controllers. After the lines were run and connected, lots of poking around, but the motors are still a no-go. Lincoln moved inside for finish work, and the first lights are on. Then onto the kitchen, and then the living room. The neon pink waterproofing goop is now dry, so Nikolai is back to make the precise tile layout for the shower floor and walls. This layout must be very precise so that each of the 4 sloping floor sections will align at the same angle while not leaving a tiny sliver of tile at either the drain end, the wall end, or the transition to the flat floor at the threshold to the laundry area. Then onto the final layout for the wall tile with the same considerations: aesthetically pleasing horizontal and vertical lines without leaving slivers of tile at the floor or ceiling or edge of the doors, window, or wall niche. At the end of the day, it was one more layer of leveling compound that will dry overnight. There was conduit embedded in the concrete when the walls were poured so that power can be run to the wall lights. Dave's digging to find the opening of that conduit. And Matt installs the 3 skylights. I love that view. It's so unique. I can't wait for the winter rains to really experience the protection from the elements. These spare panels have been stored along the wall above the pool. Now that they're out of the way, I can finish cleaning up that section in preparation for the pool liner. Dave has now moved on to digging trenches for the conduit that will run power to the septic alarm and pumps in both cabins. And then it rained. Since the motor controllers still aren't working, the windows had to be closed manually with a drill turning the motor. Although Matt's 14 feet above the ground, he's only about 18 inches above the roof. So exciting to see the tile saw loading in. That means tile will actually go down today. Extension cords everywhere. Once he started, Nikolai moved quickly. The last piece of corner trim finally arrived, so Nate and Matt finished the siding. One more thing checked off. It's hard to describe how busy and packed the site was, with Mike in the courtyard, Nate on the back porch, Dave in the seating area, marmoleum installer in the front of the house, and Nikolai in the back of the house. So of course Adam came to trench for the septic electrical in the backyard. The septic system had questionable electricity to the pumps in the tank and sand filter, so running new power is part of adding the house to the septic system. Adam will excavate for the conduit. Matt shows where the power lines will run. Excavation for the conduit will be challenging with all the lines already in the ground. Adam's the right man for the job because he either laid or has repaired almost every line on this property. First up, move piles of rocks, sand, and materials in the way. Digging very carefully to not hit any of the transfer lines. And I moved some flowers I thought would be outside the construction zone when I planted them. Adam removed the tree stump from the tree that was felled a few weeks ago. At this end of the greenhouse, grade was raised about 3 to 4 feet, meaning the septic observation ports need to be extended to the new grade level. Once the tile was set on the threshold, Matt needed to install the door so that Nikolai could tile the wall up to the door trim. Unfortunately, this turned out to be harder than expected as the tile under the door kept cracking. Here's attempt number 1. There will be pocket doors at the 2 locations where the tile meets marmoleum, so the transition is in the middle of the doorway. The floor is almost done, except compound cuts around doorways. And there you have it. Floors are down, the septic system is powered up and fully functional for the first time in the 2.5 years I've owned this property, and house lights are on, giving the greenhouse a friendly glow. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and leave any questions in the comments. And come back next time when we figure out how to finish the tile without Nikolai and make great progress in the kitchen.